7 months later, and I've finally finished my resort project. I've opened the gates to the guests, and you can also download this for yourself on the workshop. So if you're not familiar with my project, it started off with the bus station, the car park and road infrastructure. But the main event was the first hotel, first out of two hotels. This is a jungle themed hotel, and it is met by this really nice grand lobby. Really happy with how this turned out. 4 stories tall, and yeah, I think it looks pretty spectacular. Now if you walk to the end, you are met by this glass panel, and you also got this outdoor section. We've got some fire pits, we've got some restaurants, and also a view into the water park. Also got these really nice walking routes through the woods, which I'll show you all later in our full walkthrough. The most time consuming part was the indoor water park with all these glass panels, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and we've now let guests in. It's great to see this water park finally come to life, because for 3 months of its life there was no one in here while I was building it, and yeah, it was pretty glum, but I'm really glad with how it's turned out, and they all seem to be enjoying themselves. Please check out my previous video where I show the point of view from the water slides, but we'll also have a little walkthrough of there a little bit later. But for the past 2 months I've been doing the second hotel, which is called the Grand Hotel. Probably need to work on my names, but yeah, I think that one kind of just stuck. Part of the Grand Hotel is the outdoor area. Was inspired, if you've ever been to Alton Towers Hotel, they had this big lake, but this is on much greater scale. But yeah, really nice for guests just to walk around here. Got the chessboard pieces from the workshop and the balloon, and also over here we have some tennis courts. But yeah, we'll have a walk around here later. You can do the walking path all the way into this entrance of the hotel. We can have some live entertainment in the evenings. The next part is the Disney Springs inspired shopping area and retail outlets. So this is the first of 2 entrances. They walk through this area. There's a selection of restaurants met by a river. Also got here a show venue area. You can sit outside when it's not raining and see some live entertainment. And this area was inspired by Venice. Got some of those buildings from the workshop which were really helpful. Also got some American architecture, because if you've ever been to Disney Springs, it is just a collection of, you know, different architecture and cultures. So that's kind of what I've done here. Got this like Spanish vibe. At night time, of course, these lights come on. People can sit out here, have a drink, enjoy some live music. And yeah, just got lots of retail areas really. Got McDonald's. Now what I have done, because the issue I'm having with this area is not a lot of guests are walking over here. There's not good guest flow. So what I've had to do is hide some flat rides underground. Now I haven't filmed these flat rides, I don't care about these flat rides. It's purely just to get guests to move in through this area. Because what I found when I first opened the doors, all the guests went straight to the water park and didn't care for this shopping area, which is a bit of a shame. We'll carry on foot, so it's less queasy on the eye. And we'll have this little view out here. Probably one of my favourite views of the park. This gate probably is a bit too tall, so we'll just sneak our head through here. But yeah, I really like the verticality of this park. Lots of really good vista points, and yeah, you can just imagine this at night time. Like I said, I will do a nighttime video, but this at night, yeah, it has so much great atmosphere. Just wish it had the guests to match really. Up here we also have a rooftop bar on this hotel, which is really cool. This is the main plaza area. people can come here before going over to the theme park. Now I will be creating the theme park in my next series, but that's going to be easily a 2-year project because that's going to be absolutely massive. So I can't do it in this sandbox because it's going to be too big, and I think my PC will blow up. So that's the Springs area. I will show you the entrance of the main hotel. So as you can see, everything's all connected. I can just drop my little man in here. So this would be a roundabout for the cars, but don't have that functionality in yet. And here's the lobby area of this hotel. Very different feeling with this lobby compared to the first hotel I created. But I'd still say just as grand. And this is going to be great for late night entertainment. We've got a piano here. And if you just walk down here, again inspired by the Alton Towers Resort, they have this like indoor show for hotel guests on a pirate ship. And I've gone for the Viking ship. But yeah, after a long day at the park, hotel guests can come here, sit on these nice sofas, watch a show, have a drink. Got little spotlights coming in. Yeah, really great atmosphere. Got like an indoor area, shopping facility. We got a bar, pizza place, and another restaurant. Really like how this area looks. Now we'll quickly walk up these steps and I'll show you how the two hotels link, because there's lots of different paths for guests to traverse, with the water park being in the middle. But yeah, at night this looks great. Unfortunately, with the lighting technology, it brings in too much light. I think this actually would be more darker in real life. So you can walk down this path to the water park. We're going to turn right here. Lots of walking with my resort, but I want to keep people fit and active. We've got the light coming in through here. And this will be in the middle of the two hotels. Now if you turn right here, I'll show you some more of the facilities. Got some more seating areas. Really like these lights, by the way. They look really cool at night. You can change the colour of them. And we've got a little fountain show here. Really nice area to relax at. But we also got a gym area, indoor gym with some outdoor equipment. Credit to the people who created this gym equipment. You got much more time on your hands and patience than me. So that's the Grand Hotel. Quickly show you this hotel, the bottom area. We've already seen the grand lobby, and then we'll end it with the water park. Yeah, really happy to see the end of this project, to be honest, because it's been so time consuming. Got some glass roofs on the top, and this is the indoor restaurant for this hotel. It'll be a massive buffet, so walk down there now. But I really like how this is open, so you can just have a little view into it. Crocs Feast, I called it, I think. As you can see, people coming in from the outside. Wish they put some clothes on. And yeah, this is called Crocs Feast restaurant. And this would be like a buffet area, and it's inspired by the Rainforest Cafe. I've got to change angle, apologies. If anyone's been to a Rainforest Cafe, a lot of atmosphere. The food's not too great, but the atmosphere is great. That's what I've done here. Got some dinosaur animatronics and kind of got some effect that there's a storm brewing with some of the lighting. Unfortunately the light's seeping through, but at night time the lighting's perfect in here. Yeah, pretty cool. Two more final things to show. We have like an arcade area. I think this hotel is definitely more for the kids, while the other hotel's more for adults. Got some ice cream place and some cocktails, and I'll also show you again how I've been using these flat rides just to create some more guest flow. So we've got some hidden flat rides here, which makes some of the guests move this way, which is very helpful. And yeah, lots of nice little walking areas. Look how serene this area is. If I can get out the trees, lots of little lamps, and there's some signs of how to get around the resort. Let's go to the entrance of the water park. So we're going to go water park this way. I know this resort, at the back of my hands, spent way too much time in here. And we've got like an indoor entrance here to Prehistoric Splash. Nice atmosphere as you're about to walk into the water park. This is where we'll take the guest view. And yeah, really happy with how this turned out. Lots of pieces. So if you are going to download this park, I do apologise if your computer struggles, but I hope it's worth it. Yeah, really nice. Got the wave pool there. And I think this is actually the perfect guest count. So I put it up to 3,000, and I don't think these paths are big enough because people are just getting so congested. It kind of took away from the atmosphere. But yeah, this is a nice big open pool. Lots of people standing around, not doing enough swimming. And you might just be able to see there, we have the wave pool with some really nice visuals over there. We have about a dozen water slides. I'm glad to see someone using the deck chairs, because that's the issue I've been having, where not enough people are sitting down. Most of my deck chairs are very empty. This is the start of the lazy river. I don't know why they all just stand around this area. I don't think a single person has done a whole loop of the lazy river, because they'll swim about halfway, then make their way back, which is a bit of a shame. Now, people have had a lot of complaints with this game, but for me, I didn't really complain because I didn't open my park, because I like to keep my park closed and on pause until I'm finished a project. But now I've opened the park, I can now see all the issues people were referencing, because I think the guest behaviours are completely off and they make a lot of stupid decisions, which kind of takes away from the realism, unfortunately. Got some water slides here. If you want to watch the point of views, please check out my previous video or download the park yourself. Yeah, some really cool water slides here. Another wave pool. Great atmosphere. I'm going to say it again, at night, especially this temple area, full of atmosphere. Really like it. Going for like a jungle area, we've got a tube slide. Double tube slide. And again, trying to add some verticality to my park. Got a little plaza area. And at the bottom here, they'll come out. There he is. This one doesn't get a lot of traction. I think a lot of the guests just stay at the front of the park, which is a bit of a pain. I have placed some... Oh, is she okay? She's smiling? I think she's having a good time. But yeah, guest flow's not great, so at the back of my park it is a bit more empty. I've tried to get around that by placing entrances all around the parks. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that guests just don't want to walk to the back of the park, even though there's lots of big slides back there. So they definitely need to look into the guest behaviours, I think, Frontier. Hopefully they get around to doing that instead of just keep adding new themes. I think the actual core of the game needs a bit more looked into than adding more themes. So this part of the lazy river is kind of inspired by Jurassic World. As you can see, they're trying to create more dinosaurs, which is never a good idea, guys. Never a good idea. So as you can see, no one's come this far on the lazy river, which is a shame because they're missing out a lot. She's thinking about it, but maybe the T-Rex would put her off. But yeah, really like this area. Got a raft slide here. Got these like tubes that you can see through when they're done. Hands up. Kind of reminds me of the raft slides you get on those cruise ships now, which always look quite fun. come out the bottom there. Got a little viewing area. I will show you what I mean by adding those entrances. So I've added some entrances at the back, so just adds a bit more flow to the park. Add some changing rooms. They seem to always walk past. So I do have some guests just walking around in their normal clothes, which isn't great. Yeah, this area is so cool. So many big slides. There's a Raptor one, Raptor Rage, like a space bomb. Pop out the bottom. And there's a big family raft slide. Please make sure to see the point of view of that one in my last episode. But yeah, some really nice atmosphere around here. As we do the final loop. Please check out my last episode to find out what's in that cave. It's quite exciting. I won't show you in this one. Got 2 kamikaze slides. Can imagine you get some good airtime on that orange one. Another plaza area with more pools. This one's a wave one. And a lot of empty deck chairs. If this was a real park, especially how big this park is, I think there'd be a lot of people resting their feet. Coming into one of the final areas now. Heavily jungle related, I should say. And we're about to walk past the most popular slide. This slide gets a lot of queues for some reason. It's cool. Not cool enough to get a queue right to the bottom of the staircase. Yeah, I call it treetop plunge, because you're on the treetops here. And lots of little walking routes up into the caves. And as you can see, this queue is massive. Guys, go to the back of the park, there's so many good slides. Just not interested. This one's completely empty. I think that's a 2-hour queue, that is, especially with the ops in this park. 1 train ops. Coming to the end here, got a plaza area with lots of kids play areas. Got a tipping bucket there. Sorry if I'm not the best cameraman. Got some food places. Oh, someone's actually sat down. I have not seen that yet. She's not eating any food, but it's a start. Another fairly popular one here, a dueling one. And now we're coming to the end, so I'm just going to go into the fly view here. And just quickly show you this part. So we've got like a jacuzzi area. Got the kids slides here, which is fun. And just behind the jacuzzi area, you can go into this little area here, into the outdoor portion. And look at these views. Very serene round here. And I think that is where we're going to end the video. So thank you for if you got this far in the video. I appreciate it. And yeah, please download the workshop. Download this on the workshop and maybe add your own creations to it. Maybe you want to expand it, this back left section. I'd love to see what you guys do. Anyway, that's all guys. Have a good weekend and see you later. Bye bye.